Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back, or welcome to another Bangs audio review. Today, we're going to be looking at the BQEYZ Topaz. Wait, what? Not again. You gotta be kidding me. Get over here. How many times have I told you that's not your food? Well, at least it was better than the cat litter last time. Okay, now that we're back, happy Easter. Happy Sunday if you don't celebrate Easter. I just figured these colors might be kind of fun. You know, blue cable, purple, faceplate, kind of nice. Yeah, I thought I was going unicorn hunting. I ended up catching a freaking Hell Hound. Here's the OG cable. There we go. Original OEM cable. Topaz, right? So, topaz is a semi-precious gemstone. Look, that's topaz. It's crazy. I always thought topaz was blue, but apparently it comes in all sorts of colors, including the Royal Imperial Topaz, which is like a fiery orangish red. So anyway, yeah, I was like, wow, they didn't even get the color right, but they did. Topaz comes in purple. This is a really nice color purple, actually. Some gold accents on that. Shell design is impeccable. They also come in a coffee brown, should you not be inclined to get the purple, the My Pretty Pony purple. Yeah, these are dogs, man. Let me tell you. Holy crap. Specs, shall we? Nice and clear on the back of the box, at least. Dynamic driver, 13mm. Stacked on that coaxial arrangement are 9 layers of piezoelectric. It's the first time I've had this kind of configuration in my ears, and I gotta tell you right off the bat, I freaking love it. 32 ohm impedance, sensitivity of 108 decibels, frequency 5 to 40 kilohertz, cable length, plug type. Yeah, the nice thing is that this is available in at least 3.5 and 4.4. Maybe in some places in 2.5, but obviously I opted for the 4.4. 4.4 being what I like to use the most. Inside of the box is pretty simple. The tips are all out. Stock ear tips in wide and wider bore. Maybe that's more normal, possibly. Anyway, I didn't use them. Here, all right, also something of note. For my ear shape, I could not get conical, cone-shaped ear tips to stay in. So I had to opt for either the Xlastics, the crystal tips from Osla, the Divinus Velvet tips, which again I landed on, or the Dunu SS tips, which were also equally as fantastic on these. I don't know why, I just felt a little bit more of a secure fit with the Divinus tips, but the S&S tips they're brilliant on this set, actually, to be quite honest with you. Lovely. Yeah, very simple unboxing. There's a cleaning tool. That's no longer in there. What did you do with your cleaning tool? Huh? Can't trust you with anything. Can't take you anywhere. Seriously. Here's the original cable. As you can see, very nice. Just lightly tangly, but nothing horrific. Really good quality. You know, 4-wire to 2-wire, 2-pin, and then your choice is 3.5 or 4.4, at least those two. For the terminations, BQEYZ, very clearly marked right and left. Yeah, cable's good, cable's good. You know, it's so pretty that I thought, you know, blue and purple, how Eastery of me to do that combination. Of course, I can't get these to stand up, but. So, let's see. What's some interesting things that these guys do well? I wonder what it could be. Could it be, I don't know, Metal? Oh wait, I forgot. Metalheads don't care about fidelity. That's right. I forgot about that. So thanks, Zeos, for clearing that up for me, because I was pretty sure that I did, but since I don't, I guess I don't have to worry about it anymore. I just have a message for you really quick, and this comes from 1994. Let's see, the band name is Pantera, and it is in high-res audio at 24-bit depth and 96 kilohertz for your sample rate. So that's for you, buddy. I wonder what would have happened if you'd said that people that listen to hip-hop don't care about fidelity. Idiot. Anyway, enough of that. So yeah, we're gonna hear that going in the background the whole time because I'm breaking in my HD 660 S2s, so that'll be fun. Over to the test tracks, and we'll get into some of the sound quality things going on here, because listen, it is a unique set. I'll compare it on the opposite end of the spectrum with another set that I really, really like a lot that I have, and that is the RDR1, which is triple dynamic driver configuration. That one's got a dark tuning, but very, very good detail retrieval. On the other end of the spectrum, I would say the Topaz basically is like 100,000 lumen spotlight. So just picture that, right? It's a dark, dark night, no moon, you know, just like, only you don't have night vision goggles this time. You've got a freaking 100,000 lumen spotlight. That's pretty much what the Topaz is. So it's unforgiving. It will lay bare any imperfections in recordings, and it will bring them right into your face. And so there's some things that you're probably not going to enjoy listening to as much with a set that isn't quite as transparent as this. That's a really good thing about it. I mean, it's got energy, right? It's not a dark set, it's bright, and I still feel like that energy and treble can be separated. Like, they're not just mutually exclusive, or they're not mutually like tied together. You can have energy, as these do, in different areas of the frequency response. So the bass energy on these is really where it's at, and it's not just the bass energy that they bring to the table, because they bring a ton. It's also the precision and the detail retrieval in the bass. There's absolutely no masking with these. Like, you can pick out bass lines on tracks that were completely buried by guitars and drums, and all of a sudden, poof, there they are, right in front of you. It's crazy. Like, now granted, I've come a long way from, you know, listening to a jury-rigged stereo in my 1985 Chevy Celebrity with a CD player that skipped every time you ran over a rock. But yeah, you know, when you listen to Slayer on that in 1992 or whatever it was, and, you know, all you can hear is basically distorted guitar, maybe a little vocal. Coming all the way to this is pretty stark difference. But Tommy Aray's bass lines are kind of notoriously buried in the mixing of the recordings. Like, he plays bass. There is bass guitar there. But unless you've got something that is able to bring it out, you're not going to hear it very much. These guys bring it right out, which is really, really cool. So, you know, it brought me to definitely like try to listen to a bunch of different things where I felt like that was a problem, like masking was a problem, or just the mixing was a problem, where the bass guitar wasn't high enough in the mix to really hear it, you know? Speaking of hearing it, I think that's enough of Pantera for now. I certainly have had enough of Pantera for now. Let's see, what else does it do well? It really does metal well, and yeah, you've got to be a little bit like, I'm concerned if you're treble sensitive that this is not going to work for you, because it's pretty unforgiving in the treble area. It doesn't necessarily mean that it is sibilant or fatiguing, but it might be fatiguing for you if you're treble sensitive, and I know some people are. So for those people, as good as this set is, I might, pardon me, I might actually recommend steering clear of it, because like I said, that spotlight, you know, she's a hellhound. She makes no excuses whatsoever. She is who she is. You're gonna love her, you're gonna hate her, you know. And I can see why Zeos doesn't like her, because she's probably just a little too intense for her, you know. I think he likes his IMs a little bit more demure, or if you want to be nice, maybe he likes them a little bit more polished or whatever. This is a $90 IEM that has the technical chops of a much more expensive set. But no, is it going to win any prizes for smoothness or finesse? No, it's not. It's not going to. It does have some pretty good finesse in the low end, but yeah, it's kind of a bass cannon too, I would say. So, all right, onto the test track list, because there's some definitely some tracks that are worth pointing out. Slayer was one that was obvious. You know, being able to pick up the bass line in Angel of Death was pretty awesome. Another thing it does really well, and you notice it in instrumental tracks like Scale the Summit from Atlas Novus, is the instrument separation is extremely good. Like, really, really good. I mean, that was demonstrated with Slayer, but even more so when the instruments are already well separated. Let's see, what else? Yeah, it definitely did K-pop really well, because of the low-end energy and the high-end energy together really made that kind of pop. Attention by New Jeans, along with Boca, Dreamcatcher. Rocked out Meshuggah, no problem whatsoever. Bleed is a difficult track to make sound clear, but the Topaz was able to make it sound quite crisp and clear. So that was impressive. Spirit Box, love the band. Recording leans a lot towards being sibilant already. For whatever reason, the Topaz was able to compensate for that. I don't know. Maybe it's like, you know, when you take something to, like, if you have ADD and you take Adderall, right? Like, it's supposed to kind of like cancel it out a little bit. That, I feel like that's kind of what it does. Like, I feel like it kind of, if a track is already sibilant, it's kind of like, well, excuse me, I'm actually brighter and more energetic than you are, so just step aside and I'll take care of things. Kind of like that. Dex Stark was fantastic. Demon King, oh yeah, hip hop. Oh, dude, there's so many different kinds of like sub-bass synth that goes on in hip hop, and I'm just really kind of scratching the surface of that. Lots of different textures and, you know, sort of tonal qualities to it. Desires, Virginia Beach, and I'm That N, all three have different types of sub-bass hits on them, and it was never more apparent than with the Topaz of those differences. So, and extremely well presented. So I'm saying this is a great set for hip-hop and R&B as well. Vocals were also very good. Rihanna sounded great. Melody, again, was a little bit too heady for me. Like, her contralto was just a touch on the rich side. Not offensive, not like cloying, but definitely approaching that like, whoa, kind of feeling. Male vocals, fantastic. Tool was fantastic. Another metal band, oh my gosh, in 2496. Holy cow, that's crazy. This set made me go back and bring some Rage Against the Machine into the test tracks. Because again, with the bass and the treble energy that this presents, these songs sound, you know, they're 30 years old now. They sound amazing. Amazing. Actually liked the CD quality version of Know Your Enemy better than the high res, which is just 2441 versus 1641. I feel like it was more true to the original recording. So, and that is also the same can be said for Let Down and Subterranean Homesick Alien from Radiohead's OK Computer. The original, much better than the remastered high-res version. So that definitely happens. I'm not saying it happens all the time, but it happens. God, he did so well. Why do you have to be so mean? Yeah, Ligature Marks, Lights Out, Lullaby. I'm trying to figure out here what... New Colossal Hate was fan-freaking-tastic with these. Yeah, I even put in... and I did Mastodon, of course, too. And I listened to, entire albums. Emperor of Sand, listened to Fear Inoculum, listened to 10,000 Days, listened to Immutable from Meshuggah. Like, I've listened a lot to these since Thursday when I wrapped up my last review. And overall, I'm just so impressed. I don't know if this is, like, going to be consistent throughout BQEYZ's selections, but this is a really good start. Like, this is a really solid start for me, and I think I'll agree with what HBB said. Like, if a company wants to succeed, they make their more approachable sets really, really good, and that usually has people will trust them to try more expensive stuff. And definitely they did that with the Topaz for me, because I love this set. I don't care that it's unapologetic. I don't care that it's transparent. I don't care that it's unforgiving. I don't care about any of that stuff, because what it does, well, it just completely crushes it. So another nice aspect to it, which was very apparent on Subterranean Homesick Alien from Radiohead, is the head stage on this is pretty impressive. It is more like width and forward and back, like a little bit more in those dimensions than it is height and depth, but it does have a little height and a little depth to complement it. Guitars and synths are just flying all over the place in that song, and this presented those instruments and that sort of immersive experience like just perfectly. I mean, just really, really great. Like, you're not missing anything. Everything is coming through, every track, every nuance, every detail that might normally be lost in the minutia is quite apparent. Like I said, 100,000 lumen spotlight on these guys. And head stage, my friend reminded me it was him, so thank you to Sforzable for that term, and I'm giving you credit because you deserve it. Head stage is a great way to describe soundstage for IMs, because it is in your head. Pretty great stuff. $90, yeah, $90. It competes. I would take it definitely over the LM. It's not as smooth in some areas as the LM is, but I think it outperforms it. I would definitely take it over most any other like dynamic to dual dynamic drivers in that $100 or less range. I think it performs admirably well. It's just, and I'll say it again, it's not sorry. It's just not. It does what it does. It has tremendous amounts of energy, tremendous amounts of detail retrieval, tremendous amounts of treble, bass. Mids are okay. Mids are clean, simple, easy. They're there. It's not like vocals are buried, but it's not a strong point. This is a V-ish shaped set for people who listen to just about anything. Because my track list is, not just metal, really. I promise. It's not, because otherwise I wouldn't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a really like a good all-rounder kind of set. You just have to be prepared for the honesty that it is bringing to the table. And it may not be for everybody. It may not be, might be too intense for some people, Certainly not for us metalheads. Thank you very much. Topaz. BQEYZ. I'm looking forward to doing more of these sets. This was really impressive. Very satisfying experience. That's the best way I can put it. It's just a satisfying experience. And even if after a while you're like, I need a little break from this, it's a little bit intense, like 5 minutes later you're like, I need to put those back in to listen to this song. So some short breaks may be needed for longer listening sessions, but you should be taking those anyway for your ears. Alright folks, I hope you're having a great day, whether you're having an Easter day or just a Sunday. That's going to wrap it for this review. Highly recommended. Links in the description. I now have 2 affiliate links. Hi-Fi Go approved me. Yes. So Hi-Fi Go, Linsel, and then I will either link like Amazon or Shenzhen or AliExpress so you have an alternative to the affiliate links as usual. Hope everybody's well. Be careful, be safe, be nice. Love y'all. Nothing but peace to you. Little Manx. We'll see you.